Evening light drifted across the yard of Haroon Motors, settling into the dents and dust that clung to the long row of transport trucks. The scent of diesel hung heavy, mixing with the faint aroma of chai from the mechanic's corner. A cold breeze rattled a loose metal sheet somewhere behind the workshop, giving the place a restless, impatient heartbeat. Two salesmen leaned against a gleaming Mercedes Actros, laughing lazily about the slow business day, when the yard gate creaked open. A man stepped inside thin, stooped, wrapped in a sun-bleached shawl that had seen too many winters. His sandals were cracked, his beard carried streaks of ash gray. Anyone watching might have assumed he was here for a laborer's job or a drink of water. But he walked straight toward the showroom floor. The salesman exchanged a look, half amusement, half annoyance, as he stopped before them. His voice was soft, worn, uncertain, like someone unused to being heard. "I need trucks," he said. "5. The big Mercedes ones." For a moment, there was silence. Then came the laughter, sharp, careless, unkind. One salesman smirked. "Baba, these aren't fruit carts. One truck costs more than your whole village." Another waved a dismissive hand. "Come back when you're not dreaming." The man nodded slowly, as if he had heard these words many times before. There was no anger on his face, only a quiet, tired acceptance. His eyes drifted over the trucks lined up in the fading light, the way someone might look at a far-off memory. He turned to leave. But near the office desk, a young employee Adil had watched the scene unfold. He wasn't a salesman, he mostly handled paperwork and tea rounds. His father used to say, "You don't measure a man by his clothes. Life dresses everyone differently." That voice tugged at him now. Adil jogged toward the man before he reached the gate. "Cha-cha," he said gently, "at least tell me what you need the trucks for. Maybe I can guide you." The man paused, studying Adil the way someone looks at a door they're not sure will open. After a long breath, he spoke. "I run a transport line," he said. "Small, but honest. My son used to manage it, before he passed." His fingers trembled slightly as he tightened the shawl around his shoulders. "Now the contracts are coming again, but my fleet is old. I need new trucks before the season starts." Adil didn't laugh. Didn't doubt. Something in the man's quiet grief felt too real to dismiss. "Come," he said softly. "Let me show you the options." Inside the office, under harsh fluorescent lights, the man looked painfully out of place. Yet he listened carefully as Adil explained variants, engine strengths, features, costs. His face never changed, but his eyes, those soft, weary eyes, kept focusing with surprising sharpness. When Adil finished, the man pulled out an old leather pouch. From inside, he took a folded stack of documents, their edges yellowed with time. He pushed them across the table. "Will these do for booking?" Adil blinked. They weren't documents. They were bank guarantee slips. High value. Verified. Official. His breath caught. He hurried to the manager's office. When the manager glanced at the slips, his entire posture changed. "Where is this man?" he demanded. But Adil didn't move. His voice held a firmness he didn't know he carried. "He deserves respect," he said quietly. "He came to buy, not to be mocked." The manager swallowed hard and rushed out. The two salesmen followed, suddenly pale. The man was standing outside, looking up at the trucks again, the breeze lifting the loose edges of his shawl. "Sir, please forgive us," the manager began. "We didn't know." You didn't ask, the man replied, not unkindly. People stopped asking a long time ago. He signed the papers with a steady hand. 5 trucks. Paid in full. Later, when the trucks rumbled out toward his depot, the dust rising behind them like a soft golden cloud, Adil noticed something. The man no longer seemed small or ragged. There was a quiet dignity to the way he stood, like someone who had survived storms no one else could see. He placed a hand on Adil's shoulder. You looked at me without deciding who I was, he said. That is rarer than you may think. And then he left, shawl fluttering like an old story carried forward on new wheels. In the emptying yard, Adil stood still, the evening settling into a deeper blue around him. He understood something then: how easily people mistake worn clothes for a worn soul, how often kindness becomes the bridge to truth, how a simple act of respect can rewrite an entire moment in someone's life. Sometimes, the biggest mistake isn't misjudging a man's wealth. It's misjudging his worth. If this story touched your heart and moved you in any way, please like the video, comment, share it with someone who need a little hope today, and make sure you subscribe to Humanity Diaries. Your support help us continue emotional and meaningful stories to the world. Please comment below which part of story touched you the most.